Okay, another question, Rico. Is it possible to connect a protocol printer which prints all actions, events immediately when you key in, etc.?
This is currently not a feature, but it is an interesting question because it is clearly an interesting option for those countries or way of working where this feature is interesting. So it is possible to stay in the philosophy of the ETC, that is not being a networked connected terminal, but this idea of connecting a printer is something that we can consider.
Okay, thank you, Rico.
Okay, so as I mentioned, the hardware, this terminal is very peculiar because it performs a very simple feature, but with a very powerful hardware. So the terminal is very unique because it is a touchscreen display, touchscreen terminal, and this class of terminal has not been previously used for this kind of task, and also you will be probably surprised by the offer that we can do on this terminal. Nevertheless, all the hardware is of the trucks. Here we have a list of features. I don't read, of course, all of them. So we have all the input-output, communication ports, and firmware features that are on super trucks, which is always possible to be enabled.
Okay.
I pass back for the more marketing-oriented information to Roberta.
Okay, so we've seen this very simple device. As I said, the idea is to give you the opportunity to propose this product to small customers, and which may be a piece of market that some of you do not touch in this moment. So for us, this device is an innovative device because for the end user, from the end user point of view, the investment done on this unit is much more, let's say, reliable than buying a standard punch clock. Why? Because if ever the company will grow in the future, and also or the company will decide to run on the device, let's say to use the device with a real time and attendance application, it will be possible to upgrade the ETC to a real super truck. So by buying a firmware key, it will be possible to transform the ETC to a very complete time and attendance terminal with Ethernet connection. And so this is very important to protect the investment of the end user. Of course, also the time factor is very important, because nowadays who use a punch clock, of course, has to do all the calculations manually. So, and has to, let's say, the administration person must compile the report monthly in order to be ready for the payroll studio manually. So this takes a lot of time. And also from the point of view of the maintenance, a punch clock, you know, requires the time cards, the ink. It's a mechanical device. So usually a reseller who is proposing traditional time clocks always has to struggle, let's say, with a maintenance agreement, yearly agreement with the end user. So all these factors make this item, we think, an appetizer for those companies who at the moment do not need a real time and attendance system, but in the future maybe they can go for a real time and attendance device. So those of you who are software houses could also take advantage of this new product in order to start proposing a basic solution that afterward could bring more advantage and more business. So let's go on, because I wanted to show you as well the pricing and also the packaging of this device. So it will be, the packaging will be customized, as you can see here, with the name, the brand of the device, a photo on it, because our idea is that we can promote this equipment also through consumer channels. So like department stores and let's say distribution channels. And the ETC will be proposed actually as a kit, including power adapter, 25 badges, because we think that the size of a company who could use this product will go up to 25 people. This is, let's say, a commercial size that we decided. 2 cards for the administrator, and the wall mount bracket for the device. The list price to the end user, suggested of course from us, is 750 euros. This is a product of category B, which means that you know, there is a kind of a discount not equal to a full SuperTrax, which is a category A product. Why? Because of course we tried to promote this device to an attractive price for the end user, who is let's say who has the habit to purchase a punch clock. I don't know in your country, but in Italy a punch clock goes from 450 to 650, more or less 700, it depends. So we would of course need from you as well a feedback about these this suggested pricing, and then it is possible to upgrade the terminal to a SuperTrax Lite, which means a SuperTrax with Ethernet connection, but without any other application on it. So the typical version for programmers. And this is the pricing, 310 list price. Or if the customer would like to upgrade it to a SuperTrax 7 complete with the usual SuperTrax 7 applications for managing time and attendance, access control, procedures to program and customize the screen and all the let's say regular features of the SuperTrax, the cost to upgrade it will be 460 euro. So at this point the customer will get a real full SuperTrax whenever it will